Okay, we are live, and this is episode number deuce. And today is the 21st of April, 2024. We're still here. We made it. We made it. But the eclipse happened, and we made it. I'm really happy that we were able to make it, and the eclipse. We may, I didn't burn my eyeballs out or something like that in the last few weeks, and I'm really happy of that. Anyways, it's a glorious day in the D. I'm glad you guys are all here. All of you, you're all here. That's great, and it's a wonderful day in the D. It was a great day in the D. Actually, it was so cold in the D. I thought it was winter time again because it was like 35 degrees. It was like almost winter. Yesterday, it was snowing in the D. Believe it or not, it was snowing. Just a little snow. It was like little snow. It was snow specks or like little small snowflakes, a few of them here and there. But they have a frost advisory for all your plants. So if you did start planting your plants already in Michigan, you should wait, really should wait a little bit longer. I know everybody was excited. It was super warm. The eclipse was happening. It was super hot. Maybe that's because there was something going on with the sun and the moon and everything else like that. It was super hot. By the way, this dog, this dog right here, that dog, this dog, that dog, one dog we have roaming here. His name is Hannibal, like Hannibal from the you know from the A Team, Hannibal. With the guy with the cigar, Hannibal. Love it when a plan comes together. That Hannibal, not Hannibal, not Hannibal, the guy who will bite you and chew you up like that crazy movie. Not that Hannibal, not at all, but Hannibal. Anyways, so it's a beautiful day here in the D. It was cold, but outside it was super nice, and it was 50 something when we left from work. We left work. It was great. Everything was spectacular, and yeah, and we had a beautiful Sunday. Now, so let's talk about a few things. I have a few items. I like to talk about a few topics. This is the at-home rant per se, the at-home rant. So every rant I talk about sports because everybody says, "Hey, leave politics alone," which I do. I don't bring politics to this YouTube. I don't like politics. I really don't. Um and I do like fun stuff, including sports. I love sports. I love football. I love baseball. I haven't watched too much hockey or basketball, not tennis. I do watch golf, um, and NASCAR every now and then. I do like the NASCAR, even though it is kind of a boring sport. Some will say, "Yeah, how could you just watch these people going round and round and round in circles, Sean?" I don't know how it is. And I tell them, "Hey, anyways, so the I do like the I do like NASCAR. I know they go in a circle. I'm aware of that already. I think it's all lefts, but that's cool. I'm fine with that. Maybe in Australia they go the other direction. I don't know. That could be. I'm gonna have to ask my brother who lives in Australia if they go all right turns in motor racing, and drive when they drive their cars and they're racing cars in Australia, if indeed that they drive and they're all right hand turns. That's something to know about. It's something to know about. Anyways, so there he is. There he is. That dog there. Yeah, him. Um, so this weekend, talking about cold, it was very burtastic. Burtastic. It was not it was very cold. And I went on my very first, for a long time, 5K. It was more like a speed walk. I felt like I was a mall walker on steroids. Um, but I walked. I walked and I walked and I walked and I walked as fast as I could. And then I jogged from here to there. Like I set a point at the next driveway. I'm gonna be jogging. I should have not done the jogging part. I'm really hurting now. My legs still feel not like SpaghettiOs. They're not limber, very not limber. They're very tight, like a banjo cord right now. And so over the next week, and I started yesterday, I have to stretch my legs more so they get back into being limber after being so tight. They were tight like a banjo. Um, tight like a banjo. Anyway, bad song. They were very tight when I was running, and then they kind of it warmed up, and they were kind of got loose, but now they're tight again, and we have to continue to stretch and stretch and stretch. I think every morning, everybody should get up and stretch. There should do a handful of stretches, even while you're in the bed, and then while you get out of bed. It helps out a lot. Helps you get moving. Help you, get the, I get you early morning stretch and lottie dottie. Don't you like the, anyways? Um, so, so yeah, it's Sunday fun day. And I heard, now let me tell you, I told you, I like golf. Golf is another sport I like. And I swear, I heard that the same, yep, the RBC Heritage. If you're a golf person, you may not. This might be very boring for you. He's talking about golf. I'm clicking away now. I'm sorry, but I'm talking about I love golf. I love the man. I think I love the man. Everybody likes the Masters. The Masters like the Super Bowl of golf. It is like the to NASCAR, it would be the Daytona 500, and to basketball, it would be the NBA All-Star game or baseball All-Star game. This is the Masters. It is the premier, basically, a season, because the season of golf starts way back in September the previous year, and by the time you get to April, where you can actually play a decent round of golf in the United States without freezing your tuchus off. That's one of those Jewish words, tuchus. My grandmother told me about that. Anyways, so listen, so golf, when you it comes time to play golf in April, everybody who is there in Georgia is like, it's like mid-season of golf. And so it's the biggest golf tournament. And I have to say, it's very, I mean, it's people have masters, tournament squares, or, pick'ems or whatever else like that. It's a big, huge event anyhow. And it's really the biggest thing that, in my opinion. And, and then, okay. And then, all right, that is golf. Okay. Oh, wow. There you go, buddy. You're making it on camera. You know that, man. Look at this guy's head. Do you think your head weighs? Do you think your head weighs 8 pounds, 8 ounces? I don't know. That's what they said on that one movie. But you look at these ears. These floppy ears. They're huge. All right, man. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. So there you go. That was yes. Here you go again. All right, buddy. I know you're yearning for a no. We have to stay down. Okay. All right. So yeah. So golf. So Scotty Scheffler. If you're in New York, it's Scheffler. Everywhere else is Scheffler. And the Scheffler won the green jacket last weekend. And then this weekend, he won the RBC Heritage in Hilton Head, South Carolina, not very far from Augusta at all. And Hilton Head, that's where we have, if you're a Walt Disney World DVC holder, that's Hilton Head's right nearby. And he won that tournament too. Congratulations to Scotty Scheffler. And I'm pretty happy about that. And so is everybody else. Looking for something here. Oh, yes. Yo, yeah. Scotty Scheffler. We're proud of you. Okay. Oh, yeah. So anyways, congratulations to getting 2 tournaments in a row. You know, the problem is everybody else on the golf tournament has moved and left to the live tournament because they're making a better living on the live. They're living better. Anyhow, that's enough about that. Let's go into the Detroit Tigers or the Tigers, depending on where you're at. If you're from, the Northeast. So anyways, the Tigers started out like gangbusters this year. And I have to say that they've kind of simmered down here. They're still in third place. They're they started out today. They're 12-10. They're better than even. That's all I can say. They're in third place in the American League Central. Should we do this in Howard Cosell? Hold on a second. You have to hold your nose when you're Howard Cosell. And the Detroit Tigers only 12-10 in the American League Central. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, and so 545 is their percentage, and they're 4 games behind. But if you look at the American League West, the Rangers are 11-11. They're 50%, and everybody is 4 games behind. Like the Astros are 7 and won 7 games and 16 losses already. And if you look at the Guardians, that used to be the Cleveland Indians, but their new name is the Guardians. They're guarding Cleveland. They're 16-6, like a flop of the Astros. Anyhow, and the most people with most of the wins are in the American League East, like the Yankees, the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the Rays. Anyhow, it's an interesting season. It's gotten off, and we have a huge amount of time to go. And so if you like baseball, get out there, because I like hot dogs too. Hot dogs. And in Detroit, we have pizza because the same guy, Illich, he also owns Little Caesars. So anyways, that's what they said about that. So there you go. That's our sports recap from Detroit on our 2 teams. And oh yeah, the next weekend is the NFL Draft-A-Rama, and it is in town. So it's going to be interesting. It's probably the biggest thing that's happened in Detroit since the auto show, which was a very long time ago, and it's coming back next winter. But yeah, we were going to be moving the auto show to the summer, but now we have the NFL draft. I'm pretty excited. I'm not going down there, of course. Why would I want to go downtown and be stuck in traffic and all that other jazz-a-maroni? And yeah, I'm not going to be doing it. So we're going to be outside of the bubble, watching all the news and seeing who the Lions are going to be picking, because they're probably picking like last, because they did really good. They did good. The Lions did really well last season. I'm very, very happy. Very happy about my Lions. I am. Yeah, go Lions. Go Lions. Yeah. Okay. So What else can we oh, yeah, let's get into some, Disney stuff. I have to say before we get started, I read a lot of Disney news. I get it either delivered to me on Google using Google Alerts, and I get the news of Disney news from there, but actually, it's the same articles that I have been finding on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter for the latest and greatest because I always share out all the news stories that I personally care about. You may not, but anyways, there are a lot of news. I got over 19 news store sources where I get news. Not all of them are producing news every single day of the week, but a lot of them are. Yeah, I like to get my news from a lot of different sources. I don't always try to get my news from Inside the Magic, who is Mr. I don't know if it's Mr. running it or Mrs., but all I have to tell you is Inside the Magic is very clickbaity. It's almost as bad as Mousetrap News, believe it or not. Inside the Magic, you have to be able to put up with the very clickbaity articles. The reading of the articles are kind of like I get a paragraph and 10 ads, maybe a bunch of pictures. They talks about generalities about setting you up, like he's drawing a big photo, and then you got to read all the way to the bottom to get the juicy tidbits of what's going on. So Inside the Magic, if you can bear with all of that, you might gain some information about something if you can get past the clickbait or because you're going to be lured in. It's luring. Anyways, Inside the Magic. Here's another one. Not this is good. They do much better. Allears.net. The Diz. Everybody likes the Diz. I love the Diz. I love the Diz. Can I say that again? I love the Diz. They're continuing on with their podcast. It's been going on where they got back into the studio. That's great. WDW News Today. He's okay. Kind of, there's not everybody likes the format there. Disney Food Blogs reminds me of food, but they cover a lot of Disney content. The Disney Food Blog. I think everybody wants to know who AJ is from the Disney Food Blog. Has anybody seen her? I'm sure she hasn't told you. Who else do I got here? So so that's that's about 3 or 4 of them that are there. Let's see here. I'm trying to think who else gives out Disney news. Blogmickey.com. Yeah, blogmickey.com. These are all people on Twitter, by the way. And we got who else? Looking for some other news sources. Let's see here. We get the Disney Foods blog, Inside the Magic. Yeah. Anyways, for the most part, that is all. There's a host of them. I have a list. If you follow me on Twitter, you can go to my lists, and I think you can even follow the Disney list and follow it along. And you too will get all the brand new hype that's going on. And Twitter is always tumbling over and giving you more and more and more. So, anyways, with that said, let's talk about a few things that's going on. So there's a lot of talk about some DVC lounges, especially in the Magic Kingdom. We all know that DVC. I'm DVC. The DVC lounge was in Epcot. It's still there. It's still open. It reopened. And the DVC lounge is there, but let's put another one right in Magic Kingdom. People have been speculating for months. Where is the new DVC lounge going to be? And now the latest, first it was that they were going to make it by the Astro Orbiter in that area, that general vicinity over there. I even heard a rumor, and this is just a rumor, that they were going to kick out Figment, and or Stitch and put the DVC lounge in that general vicinity over there by the Astro Orbiter. But now I'm hearing on the way opposite side of the park, that by the Country Bears, where the shooting range is, because nobody wants to be, involved in shooting rifles these days, shooting these fake rifles, these air rifles, these laser. I call them laser rifles. Kid, you poke your eye out with a laser. That rifle. Anyhow, so they're gonna. I heard they're gonna replace that area and put the TV sound lounge there. Who knows what they're gonna do until you see something happening in that spot? You go ask, and if the workers don't keep their tight lips sealed and they tell you the deal and they let it go, then you'll know. I think it's speculation still to know where it will be unless somebody tells you and says, Wallace Shazam is going to be there. I don't even know if that was the case with the latest and greatest that they're going to be putting one right there. I don't know. So, but the let's see here. The Pirates of Caribbean lounge is going to be popular. Just one problem: the Pirates of Caribbean lounge. Okay, it said since we've had some announcements that we're thinking about a spot that's going to be uber popular, but there's one problem talking about. We said the new Pirates Caribbean restaurant is going to be off the charts. Yeah, a Pirates Caribbean. What? Scurvy, what are you doing? What are you eating for days? Yeah, catch of the day. you know, but what are they going to have at the Pirates of the Caribbean? That's a good question. I don't know why they got Pirates of the Caribbean. See, inside the magic. I'm looking here. All ears. If you're anything like us, you're combing through every announcement Disney makes for any scrap of information about the upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant they announced back at D23 in September. Since we've had some time, that announcement, we've been thinking about a spot that's going to be uber popular, but there's one problem that nobody's talking about. Yeah, the new Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant is going to be off the charts. Think like Olga's Kitchen, Galaxy's Edge. Thinking about Olga's, that's what gets us to the crux of the matter. Now, we'll have to wait and see. So nobody knows about that. That's like nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's just speculation. Nobody knows anything yet. We don't know when we talk about the park expansion. We don't know when or where the park expansion is going to be at. We know that we know the general vicinity of where it's going to be. We don't know how it's going to be there or whatever. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Here's an article from All Ears Net. Will you walk several miles a day sometimes in the rough weather? The last thing you need is be worrying about blisters, broken shoes, and foot chafing. Save this list. The best shoes to wear to Disney World in 2024. Let's click the list, by the way. Oh, I bet that it does not have Crocs on it. Why is it that every time that Disney, I didn't look at the article. I'm not going to look at it. I can just tell you because I'm going to talk about Crocs right now. Every time that I turn around, there's a brand new Croc that Disney is selling. I'm calling it a Croc of baloney. Who in the right mind is going to be wearing their Crocs all around the park with their foot sliding in and out? Look, podiatrists say that Crocs are just throw them in the trash. They're great for on the side of the pool. They're not great for walking 7 to 8 miles inside of Walt Disney World. That's my advice. You should follow it too. I'm just saying, I'm not a podiatrist, but I'm just saying I can imagine your feet, what they're going to feel like with Crocs all day. I'm sure there's plenty of people still wearing around Crocs. They look cool. They could have holes that you could put cool gadgets in. But I'm just going to digress here and say that it's probably not the best thing for your feet and probably did not make the list in that article. I'm not going to read through it, though, just to save some time. Let's see here. Johnny Depp shocks fans with a dramatic transformation. Now, inside the magic. I mean, anybody who's reading this shocks fans with the dramatic transformation of Johnny Depp. It says in 2018 talks about Johnny Depp, blah 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 blah. Has some pictures. Talking about the defamation lawsuit going on, blah 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 blah. Let's see. I'm waiting for the information about him. Scrolling down, while Depp is known for his film roles, Captain Jack Sparrow, Sweeney Todd. He's also known for his campaign against Christian Dior. Dior Sauvage campaign launched in 2015. A second one aired. Well, let's see here. Oh, he was part of Johnny Depp's prepared for his third fragrance campaign. Wow. What would be the name? I don't know what the name of it's going to be. The fans left stunned, and he has left fans stunned with his dramatic transfer. He was recently seen out and about looking much more like a clean cut guy. Many words for the actor who was frequently seen with long, shaggy hair. Shaggy scoobs. Anyways, and an unshaved face, and he appeared to be gaining lots of weight, but now he's cut his locks and cleaned up his facial hair, and he's even looked a lot slimmer. And fans were shocked. They're shocked because he cut his hair. He's looking more, like like a guy who's going to work, and he looks slimmer. And fans were shocked about all of that. And yeah, so hey, here he was on in London with his baby face. But I don't know what he's wearing. Buddy, what are you doing? Okay, we sit down. Thanks, bud. 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 So, what will exactly he be wearing? That's what kind, what is the name of his Johnny Depp's cologne? I bet people are wanting to know. What would you name the new Johnny Depp's cologne? I don't know what it would be called. That's a great question for everybody. I think it would be called something along the lines of I don't know. I'm just I can't make up a name. That should be the challenge for the day. Today, respond. If you hear this, tell me what you think the new cologne for Christian Dior and Johnny Depp is going to be called. I'm sure it already has a name, but I don't know. Anyways, um, let's see here. So that's what we know about Johnny Depp. And there's other articles, tons of articles that have been talking about in the that's been going on online in the news. So I know that it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of things going on. Looks to be like U.S. House of Representatives are asking questions about the Disney Fox Warner Brothers joint streaming sports service. I knew for a fact that somehow the government would get involved. And now they're starting to talk about it. No. Now you can't be a conglomerate of sports streaming on one channel. That would be more than convenient. Let's not go down that way. But even though the NFL said they're not in, and I don't know, I'm just anywhere that I can get my bang for my more stuff for my streaming buck. Instead of going a la carte to buy 15 different streaming services to match up what I'm missing on network TV. I've read several articles where cable is getting really, really expensive. And streaming is adding up to be just as expensive these days. Anyways, and then one thing we'll leave at, and this is the last article I guess we'll read, but let's talk about this for a minute. It says here that the super popular Disney World souvenir is disappearing, and they're talking about the Disney Magic Band #2. I remember in 2016 the Magic Band 2 came out, and it was and then Magic Band 1 went to the wayside. I remember the very first year in 2013 Magic Bands came out, and they were, instead of having a card for everything, you had this band. And you know how the Magic Band works. I don't have to tell you about it. Everybody who goes to Disney World has a Magic Band of some rendition or another. So now They're starting to kind of sunset the Magic Band number 2, which everybody has probably a plenty full of them, and the cost. Remember, there was a cost difference between Magic Band number 2 and the current Magic Band, which lights up and does get you involved in some interactive stuff. I think that's kind of cool. And now Disney is saying you're going to have to be buying the latest and greatest Magic Band Plus. They like to add the word the symbol plus on everything because it does more stuff. It's plus. Anyhow, it's one of those gimmicks. It's like saying it's 99.99 or something like. Anyways, it's like you're saving a lot, but now you're getting plus Disney. Okay. So the Magic Band, have you got the new one? Have you used it anywhere? Have you done anything interactive? You think it is doing anything better? You think they will utilize the Magic Band technology in the future more, other than statues that talk to you on at the 50th anniversary? Just asking for a friend like me. Anyhow, that's all that I got to talk about today. It's going to be a glorious day. I got to do a lot of stretching. We got to get back to being more limber here. But I'm glad that you could stop by. We're doing just great here in the D. The doggy is doing great wherever he went. He was up here. You seen Hannibal lecture, not lecture, Hannibal from the A team. Different Hannibal, same name, right? Who would have even known? And knowing is half the battle. Anyways, so it's a great day in the D. It was wonderful. It's going to be warming up soon. Be able to plant my flowers. I don't know what I have a Japanese spirea bush that gets bumblebees, and I want to entice the bees for staying a little bit longer. They don't bite. They're nice. They're kind of cool to look at. They buzz around, and the bush looks nice when it blooms. Anyways, I'm looking for something to complement that in at around my house. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys real soon. And remember, next weekend, same time, 9 o'clock seems to be just that time. That time to have something cool. Anyways, see you next week, 9 o'clock, right here live. Make sure you hit the notification bell that you're subscribed and all that other jazz. That way you don't miss out. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. And for now, you know what time it is. Over and out.